Yes, they were nervous, and I think it was when I told my parents that they had to let me go or it would ruin my life.
On a quiet September morning in 2025, Priscilla Presley sat under the bright lights of the Today Show, her voice trembling with decades of unspoken pain, as she unveiled the raw truth about Elvis Presley's countless affairs that tore their marriage apart. Yet, in a moment that stunned the world, the 80-year-old widow declared him the love of my life, a confession so raw, so laced with love and loss, that it reignited a global obsession with the king's legacy, proving that even a broken heart can beat forever. The interview that stopped the world. It's September 22nd, 2025, and the Today Show studio in New York buzzes with an electric undercurrent. The cameras focus on Priscilla Presley, her elegant frame draped in black, her eyes carrying the weight of a life entwined with a legend. At 80, she's a survivor of fame's crucible, here to promote her newly released memoir, Softly, As I Leave You, Life After Elvis. The host, gentle but probing, asks about her marriage to Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, whose voice once shook arenas and whose shadow still looms large. Priscilla's response is a bombshell, delivered with a mix of grace and grit. Our life was very different, she begins, her voice soft but steady, like a ballad's opening notes. He was very, very special. Then, the truth spills out. Elvis's infidelity, a wound that festered through their 1967 to 1973 marriage, left her grappling with betrayal. The clip, shared across Today's YouTube channel and X, detonates online, amassing 1.5 million views in 24 hours. Fans flood social media. Priscilla's courage is everything. One ex-user posts, while another gasps, Elvis cheated, and she still loves him? That's next level. TikTok erupts with reaction videos, one syncing her words to Always on My Mind, captioned, "This hurts my soul." A love born in a whirlwind. To understand the depth of this revelation, let's rewind to the late 1950s, when a teenage Priscilla Beaulieu first crossed paths with Elvis Presley. It was 1959 in Bad Nauheim, Germany. She was just 14, a shy Air Force daughter. He was 24, a global superstar serving in the U.S. Army. Their meeting was electric, a spark that defied logic and age. Elvis, already the voice of Hound Dog and Jailhouse Rock, was smitten. Priscilla, dazzled by his charisma, became his muse. Their courtship unfolded in secret, a fairy tale shadowed by controversy over their age gap. By May 1st, 1967, they stood together in Las Vegas, exchanging vows in a glitzy ceremony that made headlines worldwide. Iconic photos captured them cheek to cheek, Elvis in a tuxedo, Priscilla in a delicate veil, their smiles radiating a love that seemed unbreakable. But beneath the flashbulbs, fault lines were already forming. Our life was very different. Priscilla tells Today, her words painting a vivid picture of a marriage split between devotion and distance. While Elvis reigned over Vegas showrooms, she tended to their Palm Springs retreat, a second home meant as a sanctuary, but soon a stage for heartbreak. The painful truth of infidelity. Elvis's Vegas residencies in the late 60s and early 70s were a career rebirth, drawing thousands to his electrifying performances at the International Hotel. But for Priscilla, they were a crucible of loneliness. When he was in Vegas, he was really starting his career back again, she recalls, her tone heavy with memory. Her role was to keep their domestic life pristine, checking the Palm Springs house, ensuring maids had polished every surface for Elvis's return. But one day, a routine task turned into a gut punch. "I checked the mailbox, and there was mail from all girls," she confesses, her voice catching. The letters, bold, flirty, intimate, revealed a side of Elvis she couldn't unsee. "I was reading things I really disapproved of and didn't like," she adds, each word a window into her pain. These weren't just fans. They were women meeting Elvis at their home on weekends, a parallel life that mocked their vows. "It was just too many of us," she says, a devastating summation of a marriage stretched thin by temptation. Priscilla wasn't without her own rebellion. In the early 1970s, She began an affair with karate instructor Mike Stone, a man who offered her attention Elvis couldn't. "My life was his life," she told People in 1978, reflecting on a marriage where her needs were secondary. "He had to be happy. My problems were secondary. I want to grow. I want to do things." The affair was her cry for freedom, a step toward reclaiming herself. But it couldn't save them. By 1972, they separated. By 1973, their divorce was final. Social media lit up post-interview. Priscilla was a kid when they met, 14. One ex-post exclaimed, sparking heated debates about their dynamic. She was trapped in his world. Another user wrote, while a defender countered, she chose to stay. Love's not simple. TikTok edits paired her today quotes with Elvis's Suspicious Minds. One viral clip hitting 3 million views. "We're caught in a trap, indeed," the caption read. A love that defied the end. Despite the betrayals, his affairs, her affair, Priscilla's love for Elvis endured like a timeless melody. "I did not divorce him because I didn't love him," she told Loose Women in a 2016 clip that resurfaced after the Today interview, garnering 400K views. "He was the love of my life, truly." Her memoir, Softly, As I Leave You, peels back the layers of their bond. A love so profound it survived infidelity, divorce, and Elvis's tragic death in 1977 at age 42. Their daughter, Lisa Marie Presley, born in 1968, was a beacon of joy, but her death in 2023 from a small bowel obstruction at 54 left Priscilla reeling. "I can't get over it," she admitted on Today, her grief palpable. She also shares a son, Navarone Garibaldi, 38, with ex-partner Marco Garibaldi, but it's her connection to Elvis that defines her legacy. X saw hashtag Priscilla Presley trend, with fans posting vintage wedding photos. "They were magic, flaws and all," one captioned. Reddit's r/popculture buzzed. "Priscilla's been through so much, losing Elvis, then Lisa Marie." A post with 7K upvotes read, "She's a warrior." The media frenzy and cultural impact. The Today interview ignited a media storm. News aired a segment, Priscilla Presley's Raw Truth. Elvis's affairs didn't dim her love. Us Weekly ran a feature, Priscilla's Heartbreak, inside Elvis's Vegas Betrayals. TMZ dove in with a podcast episode, speculating on the memoir's juiciest details. TikTok became a battleground. Fan edits mixed Priscilla's quotes with Elvis's Love Me Tender, one clip hitting 2.5 million views. "This is what real love looks like," the caption declared. Instagram Reels showed 1967 wedding footage, captioned, "Priscilla's story breaks my heart." X was a war zone. Elvis was a legend, but a lousy husband. One user blasted, while another defended. Priscilla's loyalty to his memory is iconic.